Kind of interesting as we get ready to watch UTEP and Bradley to think back to October 15th when 289 teams started out practice in quest of the national championship, and that number will have shrunk to 16 by Sunday night.
Well, the ultimate goal certainly is to be here, and as you mentioned, an awful lot of people started on October.
Ball gives it immediately to Jim Letts. And it's interesting to see UTEP with a zone to start out the ball game. People who haven't seen Don Haskins in a while would be surprised at that, Bob.
Well, they really would. Back in 1966, when he won the national championship, he said he didn't even know how to spell zone.
Percy Hawkins dumps it inside, and the first shot of the day is missed. And the Miners come up with a rebound, and they run in a hurry. This is Juden Smith with a reverse layup and 2 points, and he's fouled on the floor. Boy, it didn't take the Miners long to get down the floor, and Juden Smith is fouled, I believe, by Percy Hawkins.
And you saw some excellent offensive pressure. We were talking about offensive pressure from Bradley. Look at this from UTEP. Juden Smith with a fantastic move underneath the reverse layup, gets it down and draws the foul too.
So Smith, a 6'6" senior out of New Orleans, will try to complete a three-point play in the game's opening moments.
A very unusual stance at the free throw line, Frank. His feet very wide apart.
But effective. The foul, incidentally, was. Grabs a quick 3-0 lead. This is Jim Letts. This is Percy Hawkins. Two great backcourt combinations here today. UTEP in that zone. Jim Letts, the alley-oop to Mike Williams. Oh, the big guy got it. 6'8", 255 pounds. Massive Mike Williams on the Trevor Trippy. Jim Letts from 22 feet. 5'11" senior out of Niles, Illinois. Player of the year in the NBC, Jim Letts. It's 5'4". Bird and Oscar Robertson. Boy, that is some fast company.
I guess it is.
Hawkins with a couple of free throws. And it is now a 6-5 Bradley lead, and we've had the first lead change of the afternoon.
And you see a different kind of a zone. It's a 1-3-1 match. They match out of all of them, but their alignments are different.
Final shot blocked by Donald Powell. Powell at 6'8", blocked the shot of the 6'11" Dave Feidel. Bradley with a chance to increase a 1-point lead. Trevor Trippy. Les with a great pass inside to Powell. What a feed from Les to Powell.
That's what he will do and do very well. He did it to Williams earlier. He does it with Powell.
Jim Les, whose older brother Tom was an outstanding guard 10 years ago from Bradley, and who is here watching this ball game today. 8-5, Bradley in front. 8-7 as Quentin Gates, 6'7" junior out of Los Angeles, gets the quick 2 points. Boy, you know, Les gives you the impression that he knows where he is on the floor, but he also knows where all of the other 9 guys are.
He really does. He also knows where those 3 guys in striped shirts are.
Williams had his shot rejected by Feidel. Has hit 3 out of their first 6 shots for 50%. Bradley 3 out of 7 for 43%. It's a 10-9 Bradley lead in a game that has seen the lead change hands now 3 times already. Juden Smith. That's twice he has ripped that shot. So the 6'6", Juden Smith. Feidel. Boy, they're all over him. Put in nicely by Mike Richmond, the 6'9" junior from Philadelphia.
Feidel with a good pass down to Richmond.
Thomas, the 6'6" sophomore in the lineup now for Bradley. Les, 21 feet. Jim Les. He has 6 points. And Bradley's back in front 16-15. The lead, Bob, has changed hands 9 times in less than 8 minutes.
That's just amazing. Exactly what we anticipated and what many people thought might happen in this matchup.
15-footer by Feidel, in and out. Richmond with a rebound. 12-footer, yes.
That's a great job by Richmond on the offensive glass.
And it is Trevor Trippy. Thomas, Les.
They're up tight in that man-to-man defense now.
Thomas gets the basket. Jerry Thomas. Bob, one unusual aspect of the D Event Center here in Ogden is where the shot clock is located. It's not up atop the backboard where you normally find it, but it's over under the scoreboard, only about 1.5 feet off the floor.
And that makes it a little bit tougher for the people on the floor to pick it up.
This is UTEP trying to regain the lead again. A game that's seen the lead change hands 11 times. The basket's going to count. Feidel's basket's going to count, and he's fouled.
Now, they certainly have been the outstanding pair of guards in the Missouri Valley Conference, and they may be one of the outstanding pair of guards in the country.
Final on the turnover by Bradley against the man-to-man defense of UTEP. Juden Smith. Richmond. Boy, can he get up there. Great 6'9" junior.
Ball hit the front rim softly. Fell on through.
Second tie of the first half. We're under 10 minutes now. 9 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Score tied at 22. Trippy inside to Mike Williams. Less open. Trippy more open. Trevor Trippy. He is a role player, and that time he was playing the role of shooter.
That's the one thing you cannot let him do is stand still and shoot the
Starter on the floor right now for Bradley. Alley-oop to Powell.
That's the third time this half they've attempted to do that. Once to Williams, once to Powell, once to Hersey Hawkins.
Well, it's the first time that either team is led by 4. 4-point Bradley with a 5-point lead with 7:25 to play in the half.
Bradley's also capable of doing a good job with their half-court offense. There's a fine pass.
Powell feeding it into Thomas for the quick layup. And Jerry Thomas has now given Bradley a 7-point lead. After a total of 13 lead changes and a couple of ties, Bradley has suddenly broken out on top 29 with either Vidal or Richmond, and it was batted away.
There's the bear. What do you think he's thinking about, Frank?
Well, there is his assistant, Tim Floyd, on his left, so they may talk about it a little bit.
Bradley gaining a little bit of momentum at this point in the basketball game. I think this is a big possession for UTEP right here.
Vidal, who hasn't really had the ball in his hands that much lately, gets his third bucket of the day.
And that's
his ninth point of the ball game. Vidal makes it 29-24. He had not touched the ball the last 4 or 5 possessions for UTEP outside to Jeep Jackson.
Vidal wants that basketball inside.
Jackson to the hoop with a finger roll. What a play by Jeep Jackson. And he was blocked inside. What a play by the 6'1" junior from Gardena, California, Jeep Jackson.
A blocking call. You see Jeep Jackson with the penetration. Thomas tried to draw the charge, but he didn't get there quick enough. You have to get there and plant your feet before that man leaves the floor.
32-29, Bradley. It's a 1-guard front now in that zone. Vidal to the hook.
He's gaining a little bit of momentum, and that certainly is helping his basketball team. Early, Bradley went after him with Powell and Williams.
Williams has been on the bench for quite a while, and Vidal has taken advantage of that to score 13 points here in the first half by Mike Richmond. And there's Dick Versace and Tom Massimino there on his left. Versace, among other things, the only coach in the Missouri Valley Conference ever to take a team from last to first in 1 year. He did that between 1979 and 8 consecutive free throws for UTEP, and they trail by 3, 35-32. Quentin Gates is a 6'7", 200-pound junior out of Los Angeles. Boy, it took all the basket to keep that string alive.
It continues to be one heck of a first half.
35-33, Bradley by 2. We've got 2 minutes, 45 seconds to play. Bertolini, Jim Letts. Against that UTEP zone. Bertolini in and out of there. Thomas. Boy, Thomas has gotten some big baskets from in close. That's 4 first half buckets for the 6'6" Chicago sophomore. Stallworth. Jackson. Rebounded nicely by Powell. Jimmy Less. Here he comes. Open court. Put back by Powell. Great second effort by the 6'8" sophomore from Nowata, Oklahoma.
Powell's been effective on both backboards and effective putting pressure on shooters inside.
And the bucket reply by Wayne Campbell of UTEP. 39-35 in favor of Bradley.
Dick Versace.
Bertolini from 21 feet. Rebounded by Gates. They've got time with a 3-on-1 break. Rejected by Powell. On the fast break, it was Wayne Campbell driving for the hook, and Powell picks up his 3rd foul.
Bradley shot the ball a little early. UTEP got it back. You see a very fine assist pass right there. Up high for the block is Powell, but he didn't get it. Wayne Campbell, a good power move to the basket for UTEP. He'll go to the line to shoot here. Coach Haskins picked it up. Hawkins was standing right here in front of us, wide open. But UTEP moves a defensive man up.
2 free throws by Campbell, 39-37. Clock starts when somebody touches the ball inbounds. Percy Hawkins lets fly from 54 feet. Well, our first half has come to a conclusion, and it's been every bit as exciting as we anticipated it would be. We've got 20 minutes still to go, the end of the first half, with the score, the Bradley Braves of the Missouri Valley Conference 39, the University of Texas at El Paso from the Western Athletic Conference 37.